Hello everyone and welcome to today's iRacing video here at the Phillip Island Raceway track in Victoria. So we're about to get underway on our full lap formation lap, and then we're going to get into the race.
Track temp is 24 Celsius, the air temp is 20 Celsius. Follow car number 1 in the right column.
Just got cut off. Just when you think you're learning. Don't know why I had the pit limiter on there. But anyway. So we're still in the Lamborghini, as we pretty well always are, because I really enjoy driving it. We did set a qualifying lap. It was like a 1:29.9, so still light years off the pace, like 1.5 to 2.5 seconds off the pace. This is the only race I've done. This is the next race literally after the video that's been uploaded to YouTube for you guys to enjoy, so I haven't really been able to put too much more practice in due to a hectic work week. However, yeah, slowly feeling slightly more comfortable with this car, and this track specifically. This track is very, very difficult, and Dave Cam actually attributed this track to like driving on ice, like racing on ice, and or the skating rink or ice rink, I think he referred it to, and I can definitely understand how it's going, how we would say that, because it definitely does feel like that for the most part. So yeah, we got Brian Steele just behind me in, I'm not sure what he's driving. Looks like the BMW, and we got the Pepsi Max Ferrari 488 and the Merc AMG to the right there. Up in P9 we got Takao. I've raced against him in my first VRS sprint victory last week at Road America. I actually raced against him, and it was he's a really good racer, really fast, but also very, very clean. Got nothing but mad respect for him. And yeah, so last race should have realistically been a P5 finish or P6 finish. However, unfortunately, due to a few mistakes I made just on the closing laps there, as I'm sure you guys have all seen, just unfortunately just let it get in my head a little bit, pushed a little bit too hard trying to keep them behind, and indirectly just gave them a real easy run through on me. So as we get going here, just want to focus on having a really good clean race. Oh, that Merc went off. What a shocker of a getaway for me. Just was not reading the way the pack was going at all. But by the looks of it, the guys behind didn't do that much better. Oh, wow.
On your left. Hold your line. Clear left.
I have got no idea not only how I managed to keep that one even remotely on the track,
Right.
but also without even dropping a single incident point, which is very lucky.
Hold your line. Clear right.
Okay, Oliver, decent start. We can build something from here.
So, fresh off the bat, off to a very shaky start, but pretty much the second I put a little bit of steering input in there, I just could tell that I really was all crossed up in terms of weight distribution of the car. And too aggressive on the steering and not enough braking input. But up the field, relatively clean getaway. Like no one had any massive shunts, which is always good. Kirkor and Takao are going for it. Oh. Alright, take two. So yeah, as I mentioned, I've raced against the cow. He's an awesome driver and really knows how to put that car around a track quite well. As much as I am loving this brand new experience of this video here, of this track, sorry, this week, I am looking forward to seeing the back of it. It is not a very forgiving kind of track. Which obviously just means get better at it, but like it is a very unforgiving track.
The leader has just done a 128.44.
Brian's dropped a fair bit back off me in that penultimate corner. I think he must have been battling with someone. So in the last race, we ran a very deep stint, like right at like the 30-32 minute mark. We decided to come into the pits, which I think I'm going to run with. I think it just means once everyone has done their pit stops, just puts me in a little bit of clear air. I can just focus on hitting lap times, not too focused on racing and like potentially having an incident. Which is the most important bit. And because here, like, this is the kind of track where it's very tough for overtaking. It's kind of not single line kind of racing, but it's more like full commitment kind of racing. And you can't really run multiple lines through a corner at super high speed. Like, if you get caught out wide, like, it can really put you out. This Pepsi Max Ferrari is gonna miss the guy who went off on the grass. Wow, that thing is a bullet in a straight line.
Clear right.
P11.
On your right. Clear right.
Ooh. Someone's gone off. Yeah, that second corner there is extremely unforgiving and can end your race the second you think you're going into it.
Right side. Clear right. Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
Kind of forcing the issue there. Just glad to still be not spun round and in the same position I was. I do like his design he does have on that BMW, though. It looks pretty schmick. I think I've also raced against Regari before. I think maybe Road America. I'm not sure if that video did ever make it, but Fabio's name, the last name looks familiar to me. So guys, if you are enjoying the content, please consider giving a like and subscribe. We are slowly but surely working...
Okay, Oliver, the next car is steel.
Working our way up in terms of I rating and safety rating slowly. However, you do have really good races and sometimes you have absolute shockers of races. So It's going to be a roller coaster, and we're all going to be around for it, hopefully. And yeah, please consider giving a like, subscribe, comment. As I've mentioned in the last few videos, we have started up a Twitter account. It's where I'm just going to be pretty much just trying to keep you guys informed and stuff like that with what's going on.
The leader's just done a 128.23.
So Brian's not getting too far away from us, but we're also
The gap behind is now 0.7.
not catching him.
That was a 130.22. Okay, Oliver, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
So yeah, I think what we're going to run, I think maybe the rest of this week and maybe into next week as well, we might try setting a qualifying lap.
Steel ahead is now 0.8.
We might just find that we do, although it's not as exciting having to play a dodge 'em karts and avoid the massive pile up, it might be more conducive to actually finishing races if I am able to qualify, even if it's a handful of places higher up the grid. Might just be more conducive to, or might be more conducive to just having better racing for the most part. So we might try running with that. If we find that it's a negligible difference, we probably will stop doing it. However, if we do find that it is better, we'll roll with it for a little bit and just see how it goes.
P11, sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace, sector 2 is 0.45 off the pace, sector 3 is 1.3 off the pace.
On your right. Clear right. Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
Ooh, that was a little bit hairy there. I, to be perfectly honest, didn't even know that BM was going to go for that move. I know the Lambo was because he was setting it up as we came around that fast kink, but had to make him go the long way around with it. Those last few sequence of corners do feel pretty cool when you get them right. When you get them wrong, you are painfully slow.
P12, come on man, smooth is fast, and we need fast right now.
Yeah, when you get those last few corners hooked up, it feels awesome, but when you get them wrong, far out, does it feel all kinds of wrong. So I briefly touched on it in the last video. However, you can really eke your stinks out at certain tracks, and Phillip Island is one of them. Because so many of the corners aren't just on off the throttle, on off the brakes. You're very much so coasting at a quarter throttle through some corners, or slight lifts, or because it is an undulating track with a lot of height difference and camber through the corners, it's the kind of track where... Ooh, I just want to see what this BM's doing. You see, and just off topic, that's what comes with that peripheral vision and experience with racing. And I'm not going to tout that I'm some super freak in that, but just constantly being aware of what the cars behind you, cars in front of you, cars to the left and the right of you are doing. Just able to be like, is it really worth me going hammer and tong into this hairpin corner when there is a chance that that BMW will come smashing into the side of me and completely ruin my race? Of no fault of his own, it would be just simply a racing incident. However, in order to have a good result, you need to be able to finish the race. Ooh.
Hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Yeah, this Audi's got me here. I'm going to go super defensive for it, but... Oh, no, yeah, I think he has... Yeah, I'm not really sure about that overtake by Dylan. We had just avoided an incident like with Takao going off. I'm not really too sure that he should have been on me as hard as he was, but whatever. So as I was saying, like with the way that BMW came across the curbs and everything, if I had been going full swing into that corner, chances are he would have either clipped the back, the middle, or the front of the car, and my race realistically would have been over. I would have been knocked well further down the field and potentially ruined Dylan's race, even though he may have had it coming, given what he did to me at the hairpin on the next lap. So, yeah.
The gap in front is now 1.1 seconds.
Yeah, with the way that this track ebbs...
13th place.
As the way that this track ebbs and flows, it does allow for that lift and coast kind of racing kind of style, which does result in extremely long stints and an ability to conserve fuel without losing copious amounts of time. Like I came around that entire second corner pretty much just blipping the throttle or at like 10 to 25% throttle. Whereas if that was like your more conventional corner, like just a straight right-hander, you'd be off throttle, and then because you're on the brake, and then as you clip that apex, you're on it again at full speed.
Okay, Oliver, you've got half your fuel left.
So I think on the 30-minute mark, or whatever lap it falls on around then, I'll call it I'm going to eke this stint out as far as I can now, seeing as I do have some clear air and I am just on the back of Takao. And I'm not really too concerned about Gary behind. Oh, that was into the 29s. That was pretty good. I thought he was in the Ferrari, but he's in the Merc, same Merc he was driving at Road America with that livery on it, which is absolutely awesome. I think when we raced there, got into the kink and just dropped ever so slightly a wheel, and that was it. Lost it, crashed in, and I think he actually finished the 9th or 10th with extensive damage through the pits, which is very unlucky. I still don't feel super confident with any way I go through that corner. It feels like it's right on a knife's edge of just slipping out from underneath you, which I think is just an attribute to what Dave Cam was saying with the racing on a roller rink or an ice rink, because it does feel like that around that corner. Like, you guys don't have that sense because you're obviously not in the sim here with me, but through the wheel and through the pedals, it just, you can feel like they give you a rubble feedback.
P11.
the car's like trying to break free and chattering underneath you. Takao had a bit of an issue there, going off on the straight, which is very forgiving through there. You are able, like if you're not being too aggressive on your steering inputs and everything like that, able to just keep it on the grass and then work your way back on. Whoop, little error there, just went way too hot and lost focus for a minute and put Gary right onto the back of me. Just got to really focus back in now. We're approaching the halfway point of the race. 3 incident points. Let's see if we can just sharpen that up ever so slightly. I think he's running the VIP Pet Foods car, which is a V8 supercar livery. And I think he was in the race the last time I raced through with him as well. The name does sound familiar. The first time I went through to this track here, I was when Valentino Rossi was racing against Casey Stone. I can't remember the year of it off the top of my head, but this was the title deciding race, and Stoner, I believe, came off like from a charging like Rossi, like it had nothing in it, and it was just something pretty damn special to watch live in person. Like even if you're watching it on TV, it was very emotional, I'm sure, but the Aussie got up on the legend Rossi here, and it was just something super special. A few of the other races that happen here are the V8 supercars, and I think the Australian Touring Car Series. However, I don't really watch anything to do with that because I don't really find touring cars all that interesting. I like the GT3 category and like GT Le Mans and Daytona, all that kind of thing, but don't really find touring cars side of things all that interesting.
0.6.
It's no longer the Pet Foods Ferrari, it's now the M4. Must have had an issue with Pet Foods car.
Okay, Oliver, 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
So by the looks of it, I'm going to be just on like the 30-minute mark or just under it.
That's half distance. The guy ahead is Jordan. Don't let this guy distract you.
Had some issues as well, like he's really dropped off the face of the planet.
On your left. Clear left.
Come on, don't let him get away.
I mean, when in doubt, just slam it down the inside, I guess. He did give me a flash, so
Yellow flag.
I did know his intentions.
Clear left.
I did know his intentions because he was able to give me a bit of a flash. Yes, there's no real corner on this track that is a really good overtaking opportunity. However, oh, it was Dylan Jordan, so the Audi that spun me around, so... But races, as I've said plenty of times, races that take unnecessary risk will get bitten. And that was unfortunately the case. He probably was pushing too hard up on the car in front of him and he made a mistake. That's it. just hope that it doesn't ruin someone else's race. Fabrizio went very, very deep through that corner, but he was able to keep it relatively under control. It is quite weird because typically on any other track, you drop a wheel, that's it, car's gone, car's done. But for whatever reason here, when you do drop a wheel ever so slightly, you can sometimes get away with it. Like, and Fabrizio was very lucky there as he overtook Phillip as he made that mistake to just, like, they must have been off throttle or just tried to add as minimal steering inputs as he possibly could, simply to ensure that he didn't overcook it.
The gap ahead is now 1.6 seconds.
So, yeah. So, Jakob or Jacob Hockering has jumped in the pits. I think he may be one of the first people to have blinked. Jordan's out. That doesn't make me feel as bad for him spinning me, but only a little bit. Oh, Taco's closed. Takao, sorry, not Taco, has closed way up onto me now. Just because I wasn't really focusing on what's going on around me. Oh, he's going to have a much quicker run here. Look how quickly he's catching me. Don't really know if he'll want to go for this kind of move here. However, there's nothing stopping him from slamming it up the inside at corner 2.
Clear left.
All right, Oliver. We estimate you've got 5 minutes.
You see, he set that move up at turn 1. He made sure that he had a far better exit than I did.
15 minutes remaining. 15 minutes to go. We're looking all right here. Keep your concentration nice and smooth.
And like, credit where credit's due is to Cow. He's very consistent, very easy to follow. Like, you guys wouldn't have seen very many races that have him in it. However, I have raced against him a few times in a few different tracks, and he's very good to follow. Like, he's very consistent. He won't be bouncing all over the shop with what line he's taking. Like, if he's defending, of course, he will make decisions based solely on what I'm doing as well. But like, he's very easy to just sit behind and follow. And the same thing with his overtaking moves. He's very clear with his intentions.
Nice and smooth with that throttle. Keep it balanced. E9.
Jacob has already pit. No, he didn't want to go for that move.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 1.9 seconds.
Oh, little frame rate stutter, which is never fun.
On your right. Hold your line, clear right.
Don't panic.
I'm not, even remotely. I in no capacity wanted to hold him up in the slightest. However,
P10, we're running on fumes, mate. In this lap, box this lap, please, Oliver.
Jacob was very lucky to hold on to that one. Just really hope that Kidcord just waits for me to get to the pits because I'm pitting this lap. He's obviously not going to know that, but he shouldn't realistically have too many opportunities to make a move on me until...
Litres remaining. What's your speed limit in the pits? The pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. We'll fuel you to the end of the race.
Cool. And we're about 32 litres in. Ooh.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. P13.
So as we approach the 10 minutes to go mark,
okay, Oliver, 10 minutes to go. That's 10
we've
minutes
got Daniel
left.
Stromer behind us, so it's going to be 10 minutes of what I feel will probably most likely be hard defending. Oh, Fabrizio.
Yellow flag, caution.
Oh no. That blue flag is really not making life. It's a cow. Slowly pushing out Daniel ever so slightly. Andrew is really not wanting to give that position up.
The gap behind is now 0.7.
Yep, it is. Thank you for keeping me posted. Oh, he dropped a wheel there behind me, Daniel. I'm thinking potentially next season when the new Porsche drops to potentially give that one there a shot. But I really am enjoying learning how this car drives and handles, making, like, speed is a very relative term, especially at my level, but I am thoroughly enjoying, like, learning how to make this car quicker, more consistent, easier to drive. And potentially season 2, which is where I do want to focus on getting that a little bit more serious and battling more for upper end positions where possible.
10 minutes of fuel remaining.
It might undermine the kilometers that I put in the car this season and how much I've learned with it. That Marlboro Ferrari is a pretty cool livery, and I've already commented on Brian's. I think it's a really cool, that geometric style. I think what I'm running is meant to be like a replica of the Dempsey Proton Porsches that you see in the World Endurance Championship Series, sorry. So they're typically Porsches that he races. Jack Dempsey is Dempsey have always
Left side. Clear left.
run Porsches, but I'm not sure if this is an homage to that or whether there actually is a Lambo Huracan that does run this kind of blue, more geometric kind of style, but I think it's pretty cool, and I don't think it looks half bad. Maybe sometime in the future I'll organise someone to make me a livery for my car. But for now we race with this. Now I'm going back to lifting off here, which I got to crack that habit, especially if I'm going to be defending against Danielle for the next 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes. Very unfortunate there for Takao. That mistake. Again, I think that's the second time he has gone off there, which sucks, but now we got all to do 5 minutes of strong, hard racing and defending to keep Daniel and the other driver behind, Fabrizio Righieri.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Fabrizio must have spent time in the pits doing repairs or overfueled the car, because I could have sworn he was ahead of me before I went in, unless he made a mistake, or he's the one with that M4. It is. He's the one with the M4 or M3 prototype GT3 car, or GTE car, whatever it is. Oh, Takao gets past him. That'd be good. I always want to see him do well, whenever I can.
P12.
As long as it's behind me, then I don't care what position he comes. That was pretty slow through there for me. Yeah, it felt slow. Well, it felt steady, but it felt very slow. See, one of my problems, I would say, with how I race sometimes is I really try cut really shallow lines in, and I need to remember just to use as much of the track as possibly can. Like, obviously still keeping it on a racing line so you're not just all over the shop, but like, especially there at that hairpin, there is a lot of runoff area that I didn't utilize, like in that first video that got uploaded at this track. So I really just need to focus on utilizing it. This Ferrari of Daniel was getting very, very divey, so wouldn't mind if Fabrizio could do a little bit better job of trying to overtake him, so it would give me a bit of a breather. That would be greatly appreciated.
Push now, we can catch this guy.
What are you talking about, mate? I got like 2 laps left to complete. Oh no, because he's made a mistake.
Five minutes of fuel remaining.
Maybe it wasn't. This was definitely Gary with the VIP Pet Foods for road, but this might not be a pet food delivery. I think I might be getting confused. Fabrizio has gotten past him. Thank you. You're still going to have to sit behind me, mate.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
2 minutes to go. So I think we'll have this one and then one more after it. Okay, I got past Daniel as well, which is the nature of this track, especially when you are in tight pack battles. Like if one car is able to get past, chances are the second one's not going to be too far behind it and will have a run on you as well. And because it is such a flowy kind of track, you carry momentum more or less through the entire course. Apart from your really big braking zones, you don't really have much opportunity to kind of reset.
Car left. Clear left.
Oh, big slide. That was because I jumped on the brakes as I was turning, focusing on what Fabrizio is doing. It's going to have to lift off. This isn't really an overtaking area. Ooh, big mistake. Must have dropped the wheel on the grass as he was braking. Ooh, unless he got a bump into that braking zone, but okay, he did say sorry, so that may be potentially something else going on there.
P11, one more to go. Very little fuel left.
Ooh, don't want to drop a front wheel there.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
So as this winds down, guys, if this is going to be where you guys wrap out, I'd like to thank you very much for watching the video. As we approach the final sector here, you don't want to check out the results, that's all good. But if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving a like and subscribing to the video, to the channel. Again, Twitter links in the description down below, as well as I'm sure there'll be some new animations that are popping around the screen, giving you options to subscribe. I'd really appreciate that, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next video as we just approach this penultimate corner. So yeah, thank you very much.
2 litres left.
So after starting in, I think it was P16 to be perfectly honest, or 15 or 16, I can't remember. P11's a really good result, so I am very happy with that, and very minimal mistakes made on my part.
That's it. We're done.
One of them was pretty well out of my control, so realistically should have been a 1x. kind of race. So what we're going to do here, guys, we're just going to get into the results of the race here. So let's rock and roll. So one split, top split. Ooh, that's great. Top split, that's what we want. Strength of field 1,165, 0 lead changes. So Stephen led the whole thing, Engine second, and Jakob third. So we got an Aussie, Asia, and Central Eastern Europe. So congratulations to those three. Looks like we've got Merc, the Audi, and another Merc. They must be pretty damn strunky because a lot of people were running those cars. Safety rating increase of 0.18, which is absolutely awesome, and then a small I rating increase of plus 14. However, that wasn't looking like it was going to happen until the tail end of that race. We finished P11 with 5 incident points. However, 2 of them came after the thing, so I don't actually think they count towards. And yeah, we had Gary behind us and Takao behind us, and we almost caught Gary towards the end there after he made his error. So guys, if you guys have enjoyed the video, please consider giving a like, subscribing, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye.